The 15th technique of narcissism is projection. Hi, I'm Dan Cassenti. I'm a novelist, and I'm also a cognitive psychologist. I'm putting together this series of YouTube videos that I call the Narcissism Encyclopedia. What I'm trying to do is review each of the major concepts of narcissism and just to try to help people out to make sure that they understand what is a very complex personality type and to avoid narcissistic abuse and abusive relationships. So the techniques are those activities, the actions that strategies, tactics that narcissists take to try to gain control over their victims. Projection is one of the most interesting of all. I had a little bit of a hard time classifying this as a technique because it's not really a deliberate technique as much as it's almost governed by unconscious processing on the narcissism's part. So what is projection? You probably heard this term before, but it may not make a lot of sense. This was something that Freud brought up a long time ago, and a lot of Freud's theories have been discredited lately, and for good reason. But Freud did hit one really jackpot concept here, and of course his other concepts helped grow the field of psychology, so we owe him a debt of gratitude for that, even if they may not have been the most accurate concepts. But projection is real, and what it does is, instead of taking on a bad trait, something to be ashamed of, onto ourselves, we might push it out to other people in our lives. So in the case of a narcissist, they're going to detect certain bad qualities within the relationship that they're in. But narcissists actually have a really fragmented sense of self. So what I mean by that is it's hard for them to understand where they stop and another person begins, especially in a romantic relationship or otherwise very close-knit relationship. What will happen is the narcissist will understand that the qualities that they're bringing to the table, which is selfishness and lack of empathy and cruel behavior and the need to take control over others, or even the activities that they engage in, like in the last video, lying, they are going to recognize that those qualities are within their relationship and maybe multiple relationships. But they don't want to accept that for themselves, because if they take on that quality and describe it as themselves doing it, then they're going to appear inferior to the other person that they're in relationship with, and that's the last thing that they want. So they're going to do projection. They're going to push those qualities onto you instead of taking them onto themselves. So they'll call you a liar. They'll call you a cheater. They'll call you they'll call you out on not having enough empathy for other people. They'll tell you that you don't do emotional connection well. They'll tell you all these nonsensical things that actually don't apply to you, but they're picking up on it, right? They understand that those things are involved somewhere in the relationship, but because of their fragmented sense of self, it becomes easy to push that onto somebody else. So you could be in a romantic relationship with a narcissist, and they're out cheating on you with multiple people, and they're going to come back and they'll accuse you of being a cheater, even if you've never done anything like that and never would. You're going to be accused of that, and you're going to be like, what is going on here? I didn't cheat on you. Like, where are you getting this from? It's nonsense. If somebody's accusing you of cheating, and you didn't, and you know you haven't, they're cheating on you. It's just, it has to be that way. And it's not really good technique, right? Because if you accuse somebody of doing something that they are clearly not doing, then you've just lost credibility with them. They aren't going to believe anything you're going to say anymore because you're clearly lying to them, or you might even figure out they're projecting, and you can go, oh wait, if they're calling me out on this and I'm not actually doing it, they probably are. And it's crazy because they're going to bring it, even if they were cheating so covertly that you would have never known, as soon as they accuse you of cheating, it's over. You've figured them out. You got it, because the only reason they'd be bringing that up is if they are doing it themselves. So projection is really interesting, and it's a great thing when you start figuring out that you're in relationship with a narcissist, because when they start projecting to you, it becomes an admission on their parts. They are actually telling you what they are doing. So you now have full knowledge about what's happening. And, if you notice that they're projecting and they're calling you names, like they're calling you a narcissist, you got it. Now, you know that they are probably the narcissist in the relationship, and that will give you the cue, say, I got to get out of this relationship, whatever it takes to get out of this, because this is not going to end well. So if you found this video to be helpful, please hit like and subscribe. I'm not trying to monetize this channel like a lot of other content providers and YouTube. That would be great if it happened, but I don't really need that. What I do want, though, is to know that I'm reaching out to a great audience out there who can use these videos to help get out of narcissistic abuse. This is really about other people and making sure that they're okay. So if you do hit like and subscribe, you're going to be helping other people out. If you found this helpful, please do so, and you can help out too. Thanks, and I hope this video helped.